Brought to you by the Every Dollar app. Start budgeting for free today. Megan is with us. Hi, Megan. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you so much for taking my call. I greatly appreciate it. It's an absolute honor to speak to both of you today.
You too. What's up?
So I have a quick question. It's, I have a brother-in-law who is being completely enabled by my mother-in-law and father-in-law. He is currently still living at home. He's almost 40 years old, and he has he has a drug addiction problem, as well as he's currently not working. And my major concern is that, my in-laws are getting older. They're almost 80. And we've recently purchased a house, and it has a complete separate in-law suite. Their eyes kind of got a little bit big when they saw the new house that we purchased for ourselves. And they made mention like, oh, isn't this just a lovely place for you guys to potentially rent out later down the line? Kind of hinting at the fact that potentially the brother could potentially move in with us. Mm-hmm. How do I politely explain to them I have zero desire of him moving into our house?
You don't. Your husband does. It's his mother, not yours.
Absolutely, I agree with you.
Your husband have a backbone, or does he need to run down to Walmart and pick one up?
I think I need to buy him one for Christmas.
Okay, I'll three at Walmart. Yeah.
Aisle 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. So apparently,
now, listen. If you do it, you're going to be the Wicked Witch of the West until they die.
Okay.
Because one thing about enablers, they don't think they're enablers. They think they're nice. And if you don't participate in their enabling, by definition, you are not nice.
Mm-hmm. So
you see this with very, very clear eyes. Your husband.
Does your husband agree with you?
I'm not kidding. Does your husband needs to head this off at the pass? What's brother's name? First name?
Joe.
Good. Okay. So brother just catches, Meemaw and Papaw at the dinner table and says, "Hey, just to let you guys know, Joe's not moving in with us as long as I'm breathing." That's her husband's job.
Okay.
You don't say a word. You sit there and kind of dab the corners of your eye like you're crying.
Okay.
You don't say a word.
What was the question, Megan? There's no way to what?
For me to politely bring this up.
No. Why do you keep going back to you? Do you not understand?
Why do you have to do it?
Because I have the backbone.
I know, but you can share yours with him. My wife does it all the time. She says, "Sick 'em."
That is true.
Sorry.
That is true. Well, in Stacy's case too, she's as sweet as she can be, but she makes it very clear what her position is on some things at times, and that means it's clear that I need to get on that page.
Yeah, you don't have a brother-in-law problem; you have a husband problem.
That's exactly right.
So do you pick those up at Walmart too, new ones, or do I do that?
That's a whole separate call.
Yeah, no, I mean, you have to get with Dr. John Deloney, your marriage counselor, or whatever else. But I would just say, honey, if I talk to your mom about this is not going to go well. They're going to be angry with me, and I don't want that. It is your family. It's actually your job, and I'm going to encourage you. I'm going to give you a stiff cup of coffee, a stiff kick in the rump, and you're going to go talk to your mother and dad, and at some point, when it comes up gently, and be kind, and just say, you don't want to be as rough as I was a minute ago, but just, Mom and Dad, look, we've got this house, and you guys were all big-eyed about the moving, about us having an apartment to rent. We might rent it out someday, but we won't be renting it out to Joe.
Yeah.
And you need to know that ahead of time. And Joe, I go ahead and tell Joe, you're not moving in. I love you, but I hate what you've become, and I'm not going to participate in your drug addiction, your laziness, and your parasitical involvement with Mom and Dad. You're a parasite. You need to I'll help you, I'll coach you, I'll love you, and help you get up on your feet and actually become a man and go be somebody, but you ain't living in my house, dude.
Okay.
And that's your husband's job. 100% of the time that you say one word or even agree using your eyes, you're going to get blamed for this. Don't let this land on you. It's not your fault.
Okay.
Make him do it. Yeah. He can do it because he does agree with you, but he comes from enablers, which are nice people, and they build a family script that anyone that goes against nice people is by definition mean people. And that's running around in your husband's head.
Mm-hmm.
Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong.
Yeah, and you're not mean, and you're not crazy, and you're not, you are sweet and you're being protective of your own home space, which you should be. This is called boundaries. And when you set up boundaries for people that don't have any, they generally don't like it. So you don't need to be the one doing it. Create your free every dollar budget today, the simplest way to budget for your life.